That's it.
Hi, this is Elizabeth, and this is my demonstration speech for oral communication. So welcome to my kitchen. First, I'd like to tell you a little story. When I was in elementary school, I'd love to give my teachers gifts as thank you notes, as thank yous, especially during Christmas time. So my mom would take me into the kitchen, and we'd sit down and we'd make cookies and candies and all sorts of sweets. And we'd put them in beautiful Christmas boxes, and I'd take them and I'd give them to my teachers, and they always loved them. So what I'm going to show you today is how to make chocolate-covered cherries. This recipe has been passed down from my great-grandmother. I even have the recipe card that she gave me that has her handwriting on it, and she even made a little note. She had put half a cup of oleo, which is something that I didn't quite understand for a really long time, so I had to ask my mother. Basically, what oleo is butter, but because it's a different generation, I didn't understand the terminology. So, first off, because I'm in a kitchen and I have long hair, I want to start by pulling my hair back so I don't get anything in my food. Secondly, I want to wash my hands. Next, I want to get my equipment together and my ingredients. So I have a large mixing bowl, I have my spatula, and I have some wax paper, and I have my cookie sheet. I'm going to use this cookie sheet to put my chocolate-covered cherries on when they're done, but I'm going to put a little spray down, and I'm going to spray it, and then I'm going to put my wax paper on here. This way, the wax paper sticks to the cookie sheet, and it doesn't go anywhere. It's a little trick that we've learned over this time so that you don't have to run after your wax paper. Next, I'm going to use a double broiler, which is basically just two pans. If you have a larger pan and a smaller pan, and they can fit inside each other without falling in, it's a great way to do it without having to go buy a fancy broiler pan. Double broiler. So next I'm going to get my ingredients, which I have my semi-sweet chocolate chips. Any kind of chocolate chips will do. I have my paraffin wax, which just gives the chocolate a little bit of a hardening agent. So you can find the paraffin wax in any grocery store in the canning area. Next, I'm going to get my powdered sugar, which is a 32-ounce bag of powdered sugar. The recipe calls for about 7 cups, but you use almost an entire bag of powdered sugar. Next, I'm going to have my vanilla. I'm going to get my Eagle brand sweetened condensed milk. Just a note on this, please use Eagle brand sweetened condensed milk. I've tried using other off-brands, and it doesn't quite make the cherries come out or taste the same. Then we're going to use maraschino cherries. If you can get the cherries with the stems on them, it makes it easier for dipping in the chocolate. Otherwise, you'll need to get some toothpicks to use in cherries that don't have stems. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to show you how to make the dough. I've got a partial dough started, but it takes 2 hours to chill, so you're going to want to, so I've already got part of this prepared. So first you're going to take a cup of butter, or a stick of butter, and then you're going to add your powdered sugar. You're going to add your teaspoon of vanilla. Then you're going to add your sweetened condensed milk. And then you're going to mix this all together. You want this to form like a dough, like almost like a bread-looking dough. And I will show you what that is. And one of the good ways to use these is as gifts. To a coworker, to an employer, to the neighbor next door. Maybe somebody's just moved into your area as a welcome gift. They make the sweetest gift. So this is what we want our dough to look like. It's kind of like a bread. But right now it's too soft, so we want to put this in the refrigerator to chill. So So because I've had some of this prepared, I'm going to show you what it looks like after it's hardened a little bit. Next, you want to take some of this dough, and you're going to form it into a ball about the size of your cherry. Then you're going to take this ball and you're going to flatten it out, almost to about the size of a quarter, maybe a little bit bigger. Then you're going to take your cherry with your stem on it. You're going to wrap it around. Okay? And then you're going to take that cherry, just hold on to the stem, and in your double broiler, you're going to want to turn this on to about medium heat. You're going to dump your chocolate chips, and you're going to add your paraffin wax. You're going to get this nice and hot, and it's going to become quite a liquid. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your cherry, and you're going to dip it down in your wax, have a little spatula on hand, and kind of pour the chocolate over the chocolate-covered cherry. Then you're going to let it drip a bit, and then put it on your wax paper. Then you're going to put this in the refrigerator, and you're going to let it cool. Now, if you have cherries that don't have stems on them, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to take your dough, you're going to make it about the same size. Then you're just going to take your cherry without your stem and wrap it around. Now this dough is getting a little sticky. If your dough gets sticky, you can do two things. You can either add some more powdered sugar to it and mix it up real good, or you can put it back in your refrigerator and let it chill again, and then take it back out. It's always a good thing to keep the dough chilled because it's when it gets really sticky, it's hard to work with. So then you're going to take your toothpick and you're going to make sure it goes into the cherry and it stays real good. And I dropped it. Okay, well, we're going to have to get a new cherry. So, let's start again. So, here we go. Made our ball. This dough is getting a little too sticky, so I might have to chill it again. But we're going to try one more time here. Get my toothpick, get it into my cherry pretty solidly, and then we're going to go into the chocolate, get it all covered up, and then we're going to put it in here, and we're done. I have a few cherries chilled. When you get them out of the refrigerator, they should come off your wax paper pretty easily. What you can do, remove your toothpick and enjoy.